All right. Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. George Beer Reviews back at you today with another edition of Stout Sunday. And joining me today, we have Robert the Whiskey Scout from the great state of Kansas. We've got Beerosaurus Erectus, also known as Ronald J. Terrio from Louisiana Beer Reviews, who is showing off his Saints gear there. We've got Michael Kormeroff from Brooklyn, New York, and we've got Thomas Metal 75 Eric Fraunfelter, who rarely gets to join these things. Thanks for joining us from the great state of Massachusetts. All right, so we will lead off with Robert the Whiskey Scout. What are you drinking this morning?
What I'm drinking is, we've come to the conclusion it says even more Jesus. It's Eun Mas e Jesus Evil Twin Brewing Company. It's 12%. It's an imperial stout. This one was actually brewed in Barcelona, Spain, and that's what I'm drinking.
Nice.
Very cool stuff.
All right, go ahead and crack it and get started.
You can go ahead and crack it open. Yeah, we'll go through really quick and get all the names, and we'll come back around.
Yep.
So go ahead and crack it open, give it a pour. We've got Ronald Terrio. What are you drinking this morning?
I'm drinking Japa or Japa. I don't know how it's pronounced. I guess Japa. It's a milk chai stout, and it's from Mantra Brewing Company of Tennessee. I did a video review for it, and I saved most of it. And it's 7.8% alcohol, and it's 20 international bitterness units. All
right, and go watch Louisiana Beer Reviews for the first beer review of this beer in the world, right?
Yeah. It says drink fresh, and it's got no bottle date, guys.
Right. Yeah, drink fresh, but we're not going to tell you how fresh it is, so you're not going to know. All right, Michael Kormeroff, what are you drinking this morning?
Okay, I have a Dragon Stout from the Red Stripe people in Jamaica, 7.5% alcohol in a 9.6 ounce bottle. As you can see,
that is wow. That's a rip-off bottle. The 11.2s I thought were bad, but yeah, 9. That's even worse.
When I actually figured out that it was a 9.6, I was thinking, do you guys remember the old pony bottles, the 7 ounce ones that some of these companies had?
Yeah,
but it's a little bit big. It's a little bit bigger than that.
Some companies still have them. You get
Miller. You can still buy the Miller High Life ponies for 79 cents here.
Yeah. So Michael's got a pony bottle, but he paid a Clydesdale price.
Right.
I assumed 11.2 without even looking. It shows you how you can be fooled.
Oh yeah.
We don't get fooled again.
So Eric, I'm guessing you got coffee in that mug, but what beer are you drinking this morning?
Dunkin' Donuts K-Cup original blend and a coffee stout to go with that. What do they call this? Lexington Brewing Company, that all tech people. Coffee, their Kentucky Coffee Barrel Stout. That's 8%. I think it said 18 IBUs on the website, and it's stout. Brewed with Haitian coffee, aged in oak bourbon barrels over a whole coffee beans.
All right.
That's pretty interesting.
I have had that one many times. I really like that one. So I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back to, usually the 14 or the 4-packs are like $13.12 or $13.99 here, which I think is not a bad value for that stuff.
$3.56 plus 5 cents for a singular bottle, or the 5 cents is the deposit. So not too bad.
All right. Jeremy's in the chat. Cheers to you, Jeremy. Happy Stout Sunday to you.
Jeremy.
We've got Craig from Kent's Beer Reviews.
What's up, Craig?
We've got Blake TV tuning in. Thanks for watching, Blake. Thanks to everybody in the chat. All right, let's go back to the Whiskey Scout. He has poured up his Evil Twin on Mas Jesus. What are you getting there?
On the nose. Well, at first it gave me about a 1/4 inch chocolate covered head across the top of it, but it's dissipated except for the ring around the very edge. And it maintains a little bit of carbonation, not much though. along where the interface between the hot and the cold on the glass takes place. No, it's got dark malt, dark chocolatey malt note in it. Almost a dark wheat bread.
Ooh.
Definitely dark wheat bread. Comes across in the nose real well in this. Just a hint of coffee, not much, just a hint of a coffee note. And it does have a cola note. I get that with more and more. I'm getting that with more and more as I do this more often. And this one's got more of a cola note than most that I've detected before, though. It's got more of a cola note than a coffee note, but there is a slight coffee note in the background. You get absolutely no alcohol.
Uh-oh. I mean, woohoo.
I mean, not even on the sides or the back of the tongue going down.
Wow.
Not very bitter. I don't know the IBUs. It didn't really list them anywhere on it. But it's not overly bitter. You get more chocolate now. It's a dark, very dark chocolate on this. I mean, almost the bitterness, maybe like, a high percent cacao. Like, I'm not going to say like 90% like the super bitter stuff, but you get in a higher percentage, you're like 60, 70% chocolate note. It still maintains the cola note, and it still maintains that wheat bread note. And of course, the dark malts they come through. But everything's very well layered here. Everything comes across in a series of layers. It develops really nice across the palate. It transitions very well. This is pretty good stuff.
Nice. I have not had an Evil Twin beer that I've been disappointed with yet. So, yeah, sounds really good.
All right.
Bam.
Really quick, I forgot we were going through. I forgot to mention my beer to everybody. I'm drinking the Fluffier Otter Milk Stout, 9% alcohol, 50 IBUs, and it is a local beer. It comes out of Sandy Springs, Georgia, Pontoon Brewing Company. So, anyway, for all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land who missed that earlier, there you go. So, Robert, yeah, that sounds like a winner. I guess we'll let you keep sipping on that. We'll come back around here shortly, which leads us to Beerosaurus erectus.
Jesus.
Hey,
Jesus.
Craig ought to join us. He's in England, but he's part of the International Beer Review Guild, so it's not even early over there. He could get a stout. That's Stout Central. Mario.
Sure. I will actually, Craig, I know we were talking about this at some point. I'm going to post the link in the chat for anybody who might not be in the in these little Hangouts groups. That way, if anybody else does want to join, we'll have the link there.
He is in the International Beer Review Guild. And
Okay.
And Jesse, I haven't seen Jesse in a while, man. Bumpy Road.
Right, he works Sunday. He's only joined one Stout Sunday. He works Sundays, so
so people's job is more important than doing beer hangouts.
I know it's
damn
crazy.
Imagine.
Oh well, it does help to have income. I think. All right,
buy that beer with something.
Right.
But anyway. But yeah, the bigger the crowd, the better. Except that in this hangout structure, you can't have a big crowd, can you?
Well, yeah,
that's the downside. But at least you can. At least you can do it. Okay, all right. This thing has no kind of lacing, and it had no head really. You say, well, it's not fresh. I don't know if it's fresh. I don't know if it's old. I don't know if it's mid-range, because you know what? There's no bottle date, guys. But thank you, Jason, for sending this to me. He sent me a whole bunch of beers, and they're so hard to get. Now, this thing smells spicy, like the chai. Like, you know, if you go to the store and they have the boxes of tea and it's the chai spice, you smell it. It smells like that. What's that, the horchata thing? Isn't that what that is?
Yeah, the chai tea spices are very distinct. I've had a couple beers actually with the chai tea spices in there. They're definitely easy to pick out.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, it reminds me of the Blue Moon. What is all of that noise?
I don't know. I thought that was coming from outside your window, maybe.
No, this thing is being ghosted. All right. But that's all right. We got you down. Now, it reminded me of that Blue Moon horchata. But remember, Blue Moon was making all these variants. Oh, wow, wow, wow. And now it's like, but although I did see the pumpkin on the market. But it has that aroma. It has almost like a licorice aroma too, like the black licorice. Yeah, and it's cream, sweet cream, and dark malt, of course, brown bread crust, because it's very dark roasted malts, and like a little coffee. Yeah, and then the taste. First thing you notice, the mouthfeel is medium, and it's a little velvety, and the flavor is, think of this: dark roasted bread crust. Think of a little chocolate, a little coffee, a little licorice, black, of course. Think of the chai spice and sweet cream, all that together. So it's sort of like a dessert drink, like something you would drink for dessert, with some chocolate cake with the chocolate fudge icing, something like that. And then the finish is medium sweet. All I'm going to say is, if you want to drink this beer, the chances are you'll never get to. And secondly, it tastes great, and I'm going to give it such a high score.
All right.
Oh, yeah. You're right, Jeremy. It's almost October, so it's Halloween theme.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, Jeremy still in the chat there. What did he say? That's right. Yeah, hearing a ghost.
Ghost to
That's
them.
true, Jeremy. You got to watch out for those ghosts and ghouls in October. All right, so we'll come back around to you here shortly, Ron, with your rating. In the meantime, we will go to Michael Kormaroff.
Okay, this
with
is what it
his
looks like at the glass. Let me turn it around so you can see it. You notice it had a little bit of a bigger head, and then it's diminishing, but there is nice lacing on the side. Let me take a... you're getting a lot of that roasted malt kind of nose to it. And you can actually see through it a little bit, so it's not completely opaque, so you can get some notes through it, but it's very dark brown, and it has kind of a beige head, which is diminished now to fairly small, but you can still, the head is still maintaining. Let me give it a taste.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The taste follows the nose. You get the dry roasted malt. It's malt. You get the sweetness of the malt also in the taste, but it's not cloying sweetness. It's more a basic sweetness.
Yeah.
Very nice. I really like this. Very nice taste. It's a foreign stout, and very drinkable. 7.5%.
It's too bad though, because you can't, there's no website listing for that beer. I mean, Heineken puts it out because they bought it 4 years ago. They put it out and they're like, there it is on the shelf. Buy it and drink it if you don't want, so you can't find the ingredients, the hops, nothing.
Well, I'm not getting any specific coffee or chocolate or, your typical taste. It's more you're getting the malts in this, very malty kind of stout, but it's not objectionable. It's very positive. It's a good stout, and I really like it. And I like foreign stouts in general. Guinness is one that's also a foreign stout that I like as well.
Yeah, one time this couple came in to a grocery store here, and they were, you could tell they were from a foreign country with an accent. They were like, "Hey, do you have Dragon Stout?" And people were like, "What's Dragon Stout?" And I overheard them, and I said, "Oh, that's from Jamaica." "Yeah, we're from Jamaica, man." You know, and so I said, "No, I don't think it's around here, but you might stumble upon it." But so down there, it's like a real popular item, but over here, it's, don't you know where I bought it before, Michael? I think I've only bought it really in New York City, and like Jamaica, part of Queens. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. And New York City has a large Jamaican community, so maybe that's why it is sold here more than other places.
Yeah, and I really was loving it, and it used to have a different label. It's gone through different ownership over the years.
This is a newer label with the red.
Yeah, because the old label used to be more like a yellow label, kind of similar to the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. But
y'all Jamaican me thirsty.
hey, and you're making me angry. And let me tell you why, pal. Because you said you made fun of the Saints. And let me ask you this: what has New England ever done? What have the Patriots ever done besides winning 6 Super Bowls? You know.
Right. Yeah.
Nothing beyond that. Really awesome. So there you go.
All right. So Eric, what do you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your beer there?
I'm gonna fight you all. Kentucky Coffee Barrel Stout. Again, aged on whole beans, Haitian coffee beans. This is 18 IBUs, East Kent Goldings hops. It won a 2013 award for the best of bluegrass beer. Okay, nice. A 2-row pale caramel 80 chocolate malt carapils. You have darkness with little khaki tan looking head there. Very carbonated, as lots of condensation with some of the brown mahogany tinges right around the bottom of the glass there.
Yeah.
Thank you, camera. Yeah, cola is a thing that Whiskey Scout said, and I will 100% agree with a cola nose on this one. Big old cola, big old chocolate, big old vanilla bourbon barrel, toasty coconut notes. Brown bread, almost kind of molassesy in the sweetness department. Sure, let's take a drink of that. Cheers. Pretty malty nose overall.
Cheers.
Cola. A lot of cola notes on that one, and a lot of vanilla and the molassesy type sweetness to this one. Medium to full-bodied, more towards the medium side. It is very effervescent. It's got a lot of carbonation zing to it. I'm getting a lot of vanilla. I'm getting a lot of the cola. That's the only thing that I don't appreciate so much about this beer, is that it's almost straight up vanilla Coke, to be completely honest. So if that's your kind of game, that's the one to get here. It is somewhat refreshing since it is a little bit thinner of a body for an 8% beer. What else can I really say about it? I think I want more coffee notes overall. Even though they talk about this great deal that they did with the coffee, I just think I want more coffee and more body. It's not the most rich beer. It does have a lot of chocolatey notes, but it's not thick or syrupy or anything like that for an 8%er. So pretty easy drinking 8%er. If you like vanilla Coke, you will really like the Kentucky Coffee Barrel Stout. That is it from me for the meantime, folks.
That is interesting. I can honestly say I never really picked up on a Coca-Cola type thing.
I've noticed it.
Interesting. And I feel like, I don't know, last time I had it, I remember it being pretty coffee forward. But all right. interesting stuff. We'll come back around, and this is your first time having this beer, correct, Eric?
Sure.
Okay. All right, very interesting stuff. Let's see. I guess that just leaves me, and here's my beer from Pontoon Brewing Company out of Sandy Springs, Georgia. This is, here we go, Fluffier Otter Milk Stout. So, the aroma, oh, and by the way, this is, it says milk stout with marshmallow, peanut butter, vanilla, and lactose. So, that's a flavored beer for you right there. So it poured with about a 3-finger beige head, which died down pretty quickly. It is 9% alcohol, so I wasn't expecting the head to stick around. It kind of smells like a Nutter Butter. You remember those Nutter Butters? Little. That's what I'm getting. It smells like Nutter Butter. So you're definitely getting that peanut butter in there. Not really getting like a distinct marshmallow aroma. The peanut butter is pretty much the primary aroma. Very nutty. It smells roasty too, like roasted peanuts. A little bit of chocolate. That's pretty much it. It definitely smells like it's going to be very malty, very sweet. I'm not getting any hops or anything on the aroma. So, cheers, guys. Let's get into it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Beer.
Peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter.
I love peanut butter.
Very nutty, very roasty. You're getting some dark chocolate in there as well from the roasted malt. It does have that creamy mouthfeel. They do add lactose to this, so you're definitely getting that creamy mouthfeel with this one. The finish is very clean, smooth. I mean, it's silky smooth all the way through. It's very easy drinking. 9% alcohol? What 9%? There's no alcohol taste to this. It doesn't burn going down. It's sweet. It's dessert-like.
Drink two of them and find out what 9%.
We'll see. Yeah, right now those are my thoughts. What 9%? It ain't got no 9%.
I got your 9% right here.
And of course, this one says keep cold, drink fresh, and recycle.
Always recycle.
There is actually no date on this one either.
Put the damn date. That chapstick. I'm gonna give it a.
There's absolutely nothing on the bottom of the can there.
Was that Fat Albert there? Put the damn date on the bottom, girl.
No. Beer videos since like 1991, and you're gonna ask me who says put the damn date?
Date, guys.
So anyway, very good. I'm really enjoying this. Let's see, we've got somebody here in the basement. We've got Ronald Sutton.
What's up, Ronald?
Hey.
Or also
hey, good morning, fellas.
Hey, Ronald.
How are you doing? How's it going there in Ohio?
Oh, I'm just drinking coffee. I can't believe you guys start so early.
Oh,
A little early in the day for me.
Yeah, we're enthusiasts.
Obvious. Yeah.
That's right.
I'll catch up later. Believe me, I'll catch up.
All right.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Mr. Sutton. He's a big supporter of all of our channels. I don't think he makes content on YouTube, but we got to hang out a little bit last night. Really cool guy. You're more than welcome to just, stick around, hang out, and you'll have to join us for real one of these days.
Look.
He's got acting going on.
Oh, look. I can't get that. You know, we got Ronald. We got Ronnie. We got Ron. It's like a whole Ronald extravaganza.
And technically, this is another Ronnie S here, RS. So
that's what I said, Ronnie. Oh, Ronald S, right?
Right.
Yeah, Sut.
If you want to be techno, hey.
Sut, yes, he goes by Sut. So
Sut.
All right.
Hello, Sut.
All right.
Good morning.
So welcome in. And let's see. We will go back to the Whiskey Scout with his rating and final thoughts on that Evil Twin Un Masa Jesus.
Well, as it warms up, there is developing more of a bitterness. It's becoming more detectable in the sides of my tongue, especially where it develops at. I notice it most anyway in my palate. Other than that, probably a little bit more chocolate developing as it warms up. I like the transitions on this. It transitions very smoothly from one flavor to the next. And for me, that I like that. I don't like something that just kind of hits you all at once and you're trying to decipher as you go through it what you're getting. I'm going to give it a 96 out of 100. I really enjoy this. This is a very good stout. I mean,
wow.
And I don't know if I mentioned it, but it is a 12% alcohol by volume imperial stout. So I don't remember if I said that or not. So I wanted to clarify for sure. And,
right. Okay. 96 out of 100. That is, yeah, that's an awesome score.
Oh, it's very good. I think all you guys would enjoy this. I know you would. I don't know how available though it is. I found it in Salina, Kansas, and I paid $6.99 for it for one bottle. And I kind of got snookered a little bit because it said $3.49 or whatever it was underneath it. But I'd never been in this liquor store before, and what it said under the underneath price was for the one below. So I looked at the wrong price. And once you looked at the little writing on the hang tag, then it was $6.99. But at that point, I didn't care. I was buying it anyway. I wasn't going to put it back on the shelf or nothing. So anyway, that's my thoughts on this.
All right. Yeah, I would love to try that someday if I can get my hands on it. And I do get some Evil Twin stuff here, so maybe one of these days I'll find it. All right. So let's go back to Ronald Terrio with his Japa.
All right. The Beerosaurus erectus is about to get the score. And I'm going to say, huh?
Beerosaurus erectus. What a name.
Hey, they found some fossils. Now, I'm going to score this a 98 out of 100. You know why? Because it tastes awesome.
Damn, world-renowned beer right there. Don't even know.
98 out of 100. This is outstanding. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jason Thrash, for sending this beer to me.
Awesome. 98 out of 100.
Yeah.
Every sip is so good.
Have you posted your review yet? Your official review yet?
No, I just recorded it. I just recorded before I started joining this, and I hurried up. I mean, I didn't rush, but I hurried up and I wrote the written reviews, and I never even had time to watch the playback. So it's going to be probably a week. Yeah. I'm so backlogged. I'm always backlogged on these things.
I wish I had. I'm definitely not backlogged right now. I got to make some videos soon. I'm like 5 days without a review.
I know somebody contacted me and want to know if you were okay.
Yeah, no, I've just been very busy at work. So, but there's more coming, folks. I got a lot of good stuff in the fridge. So,
goody.
All right, so 98 out of 100 and a 96 so far. We're drinking some, excellent beers, getting up there towards world class. So, Michael, don't let us down. How's that Dragon Stout?
I'm going to give it a 94.
94. Okay.
So it's not quite world class, but it's very good, and it's something I would definitely buy again. You don't get the value a little bit because of how much you're getting, but it's still a good product.
Yeah, when you take into account the ounces, you got to give it like about a 64, I
don't like 9.6 ounce bottles.
Yeah, and I honestly didn't even know this is the first I've ever heard of a 9.6. I've heard of the 11.2, as Ron likes to call them, the rip-off European bottles.
Yeah.
But a 9.6, that's getting pretty crazy. Pretty low.
Oh, they have other ones, that John Courage Russian Imperial Stout, which is, by the way, John Courage Russian Imperial Stout, which, by the way, is one of the few beers I've ever given a world-class score to.
Oh, okay.
You beer, I agree.
Huh?
I 100% agree with you on that beer. That is awesome stuff.
John Courage Russian Imperial Stout. Oh yeah, that thing.
Like Russian Imperial version of your Young's Double Chocolate Stout, basically.
Of what?
Man, so many. Same company.
Of who?
So what size of bottle did Little Kings come in?
Oh, 7 ounce.
7 ounce? Okay.
That's why they're so little.
Yeah.
But the problem with Little Kings is it tastes like metal shavings after you've done
Yeah,
it.
mate. Yeah.
I'd have to try this Little Kings. I've heard mixed reviews on that.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah,
It's like
it's a cream ale, right? The little. You talking
that's
about the
what they
Little
claim.
Kings cream
That's
ale?
that's what they claim.
I drank
Right.
that long before we was ever thought about reviewing anything.
It's like you
20
sharpen
years
a
ago.
lawnmower blade. It's like you sharpen a lawnmower blade, and then you took all the shavings and you just let them soak in water for an hour, and you drank it.
Yummy.
Not a feeling, you know?
Wow. You're not selling me on that one. Doesn't sound too appetizing.
Right. It ain't. It's like the worst cream ale I've ever had.
Good thing we're not drinking that.
Without any, there's no reservations. I mean, it's just blatantly a C minus. Notice I said a C minus. It actually has some redeeming qualities if you can get past metal shavings.
Got a metallic well water taste, right? Mineral.
Oh yeah, it's grim. You know. hey, John Neely, I know NFL. It's an NFL Sunday, which
Yes, sir.
is important.
Yeah.
But can I read my written review for Dragon Stout real quick?
Oh,
Yes, you can, and then we will go to Eric with his thoughts on the Kentucky
Yeah.
coffee. Yeah, go ahead.
It's
Go ahead, Ron.
not going to take long. 20, 30 minutes, and I'm done.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Dragons. I wrote this on July 9th of 2012. Okay. Dragon Stout has a thick tan head, a very dark brown appearance, and a bit of lacing left behind. The aroma is of extremely faint grain husk and just maybe a bit of sweetness. The flavor is unusual. Sweetness, sugar, slightly sour grain, malt, and a dash of hop bitterness, but that is low. The mouthfeel is thick and Dragon Stout finishes heavy and filling. One can really feel the alcohol creep into the head with this beer. No alcohol in the flavor, but then suddenly, bam. Overall, this is a very good beer, and I suggest giving it a try, and I scored it an A minus, like around about a 92.
92. Okay.
So that was my written review. Anyway.
All right. Well, I can definitely I can get 6 packs of that here, but now I don't know. I just want to buy a single. I don't want to get ripped off and buy a 6-pack of 9.6 ounce bottles.
No, I wouldn't do it.
All right. Well, let's go back to Eric here with his Kentucky coffee barrel stout.
Okay. Beer Advocate is actually calling this, even at 8%, they're calling it an English stout, which they say those traditional English stout recipes rely on bitterness from the roasted grain to provide a dry finish, and consequently tend to show very little hop character, which is a lot of what I'm getting. I'm definitely getting a bitterness at 18 IBUs, but it's definitely a lot of grain and a lot of the malt that shows up in this beer. For an 8% beer, you'd think it was going to drink a lot fuller and more rich. It's really not. I mean, it is towards the full-bodied side, but for what it is at 8%, it's got a lot of thin and watery character to it. Only slightly sticky, not very. It slides down the mouth very easy. Don't do anything crazy with that statement. And it's cola and vanilla and coconut and toasty bready malts with almost molasses type notes. So for me, again, I want more malt and I want more coffee, maybe more wood barrel aged flavor. Maybe, I don't know how long they're aging it. They need to age it, I think, a little bit longer to get more flavors out of it. But if they're aging it for not very long, maybe the turnaround for the beer is a lot higher. They can turn around much more of it. So Beer Advocate says 84. I'm probably just going to stick with an 84 out of 100. It's a straight B. It's much better than average beers, but I think for the kind of beer this is, you can get way better, more dynamite beers than this one. So
yeah. When you consider the cost,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, John Neely, do you want me to read my written review from September of this month? Which is
that one? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
We're still in September.
I think I gave that one a 97. I definitely gave it a high A rating. So I think a little bit more highly of it than you do, Eric. So let's hear what Ron has to say about it.
This was my honest review, okay? Kentucky Coffee Barrel Stout has a medium beige head, a dark brown appearance with red highlights and some lacing. The aroma is of dark roasted malt with a touch of coffee, perhaps. Flavor is similar and the body is low medium like porter. Kentucky Coffee Barrel Stout finishes powdery dry. And you know what I scored it? An 85.
I would agree with all of that, 100%. I didn't think about that.
Okay, well,
right.
I disagree with both of you, so I guess we just can't be friends anymore.
Yeah, let me get on Facebook and unfriend this guy and block him. I got to block him because I'm so offended and hurt.
Now, Michael also had that recently, I believe. What did you think of that one, Michael?
I'm closer to John's rating of it, but I don't think I was as high as you. I was like 92. I thought it was an A, like A minus kind of thing, more than, and I would have liked more coffee in it too.
Okay,
but I didn't.
All right, well,
I didn't find it as low as Eric or Jay.
All right. Well, let's see. That leaves me with my rating here. The Fluffier Otter Milk Stout 9%. It's almost gone. 9%. It drinks like a 5%er. It's going down really smooth. It's got that nice peanut butter flavor, some nice roast and chocolate notes from the malt. I think it's definitely in the A range. It doesn't have the date on it, but it tastes really fresh, and it is a local brewery, so chances are that it is. It's just unfortunate they don't actually put it on the label. But I'm going to go with a 96 out of 100. This is a solid A, getting up there, guys. Really, really smooth. The addition of the lactose gives it that creamy mouthfeel. The peanut butter also adds to that creaminess. The marshmallow, I mean, it's just it's a creamy, dreamy, delicious dessert type beer, and that alcohol is masked very, very well. Scary good how well the alcohol is masked. So 96 out of 100 for me.
I'll tell you what, it must be the most difficult thing in the world to put a date on a can or bottle, right?
Yeah, I really don't understand it. Now, I've got a ton of local beers in the fridge right now. I made a really nice beer run yesterday, and all of the craft beers that I got, all of the local stuff that I got had dates on them, except for this 6-pack. So I don't really know what the deal is with it. I mean, I've looked on all 6 cans. It's not like this can just faded or anything. It's not on any of them. So don't really know why. It should be. It's not that hard, like you said, to put a date on the can.
I don't see a date on my bottle.
Yeah, it must be the most difficult thing in the world, because
right. Yeah, I mean, you would think. So cheers to Robert Collins. Thanks for stopping by. Whiskey Scout. Jeremy calling people at 1 o'clock in the morning on booze bags. What's going on, Jeremy?
Yeah, Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
One good thing I like about these hangout groups is I can get on in the morning and see all the big fights people had.
Yeah, there's always some drama.
Then they come to me talking about, you better talk to this guy. This guy's crazy, and I'm thinking, I don't even look.
I looked on my phone. I had Jeremy called me and Drunken One called me, and that's not a set of tones I want to hear that time in the morning, especially when I'm pursuing other avenues.
Right.
Beer sorcerer.
Those avenues.
I turn mine off, my notifications off, so if my phone doesn't go off like that. That's what. Yeah, you're just gonna have
what avenue I'm pursuing or boulevard.
Shut off for 8 hours.
I don't care what avenue or boulevard I'm pursuing. I've got all of those things status to where I don't get alerts on my phone. I do not want to hear all that. I will get on those chats when I feel like it, and then I'll look at all whatever big scream and how it broke out. But to hear that all day, oh no.
Yeah.
And then I'll try to mediate it later. I'll say, okay, now you sit over here and you sit over here. Now what happened? Well, he said I was.
Oh shit! It said Jeremy Vincent on that shit. I'll look it up.
And then I say, what happened over here? And then the other person will say, well, he told me I was a chump. And I'll say, well, what happened? Well, I didn't mean literally he was a chump. I just meant he was chump-ish. Oh, Well, and then later they'll come back and say, "Well, we worked it all out," and I'll say, "Oh, great." And then
Kids, don't drink a whole bottle of Crown Royal in a night.
It says missed call from Jeremy Vincent at 1:02 a.m.
either somebody hacked your account or he don't remember doing it.
Missed
Somebody
call
hacked
from
Jeremy's
Drunken One.
account, I think.
Missed call from Drunken One at 1:03 a.m. because it went ding ding. Then again, about a minute later, it did it again.
Now,
I'm like, what the hell?
Jeremy went to sleep at 10 last night. It wasn't him. Okay, well, there you go. Somebody got hacked. Well, there you go. That happens.
Yeah, I don't know. All I can tell you is what happened on my phone.
I'm gonna tell you this: when you get a video from Jeremy, don't click on it.
No, don't do that.
Do not click on that video.
Really? I've never done it, so I don't know.
Yeah, don't. And if you get a video on an unsolicited video on Facebook chat, do not click it.
Huh.
Well, he doesn't know, Robert. He says
Robert,
he sees
said
that.
he was asleep. He's saying he was asleep, so it had to be his alter ego who did it.
Maybe he was sleep texting or sleep calling. Well, he's sleep
20 things a week on Beer Talk, and he says that he leaned up against the phone.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, it happens. Crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
So let's see. We've all given our ratings here. Sut, you got anything to add since you're a newcomer here on the Stout Sunday? Even though you're not drinking a stout, you got any?
No, dude. You want me to review this water that I'm having? I'm trying to get rehydrated. You kept me up too late last night.
Oh,
All right.
That was a good chat. I got cut off last night.
woo.
Yeah, you were wanting my email address, and when I went to give it to you, it cut out.
Right. Which
I don't know what
I'll
happened.
get that from you. I'll get that from you when we go off air. We can add you to these little groups so you can start joining some of these things if you want more easily. But yeah, I'll get that from you. Drunken One and I were trying to look you up after you dropped off, but there's about 1,000 Ronald Suttons on YouTube, so we couldn't figure it out.
And then Drunken One got exuberant one night, I guess you'd say, and he kicked himself out of his own chat.
Yeah.
Right. He does that quite often. Not intentionally, but he just does.
He's like, "Can somebody add me back to Booze Bags?" And I was thinking, "Isn't that your chat?"
You kicked yourself out of your own group. All right. Well, any final comments or exciting beer news before we go off air here?
Yes.
Ron? What you got?
It's not beer.
Go Cowboys. I see your Saints hat. I don't like that. I don't like that Saints hat. Cowboys all the way tonight.
Oh, you're gonna love this.
Just like when I told you the Indians the other night.
You're
You
gonna
live
love
in Ohio and you're a Cowboys fan?
They're like communists.
Always have been.
You're gonna love this.
Hey, Chuck Howley grew up right down the road. Yeah,
You're gonna love this cap around 11.
Chuck Howley grew up in Moundsville, West Virginia. That's about 40 miles from me. Greatest cowboy ever, Chuck Howley.
Oh, I remember the name.
Yeah. You're gonna love this cap around 11 o'clock tonight.
It's on your floor.
Yeah. That's about what time I'll take a dump. Maybe I'll do it right inside of that hat.
I can't say nothing. Broncos has been getting their ass whooped left and right.
These rivalries get fiery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buffalo and the Patriots. Come on now.
I think about what bridge I'm close to. Hey,
Golden Gate.
yeah, right. I'm close to the Golden Gate Bridge in Louisiana. I'm only a 2-day drive away, Eric. And then earlier off the chat, Eric wanted to know if otters had milk. I said,
Otter milk stout. What?
I think otters are mammals. But anyway, now, can I show you this real fast, John and Nilly?
Absolutely. Go ahead. Yeah.
This is the next whiskey coming up.
Lord Calvert, God help us. You best be mixing that real thick with a Coke or something.
Well, wait a minute. I paid $10.99 for this bottle.
Oh.
It says a blend of choice matured whiskeys. Choice, you know what that means?
That means they chose it.
And it's aged 36 long months.
So they chose the cheapest whiskeys they could find.
We wouldn't want to overdo it. 3 years is, I guess, their limit.
Overdo it.
I couldn't have said it better, Michael.
Gently aged.
I have to try to find this JP Weiser's Deluxe that Sut keeps talking about. He was talking about that last night too. He said it's better than Crown and one of the best whiskeys he's had. So,
Okay.
Hey, I tried if I saw
That's
it.
the 10-year.
Now the Lord Calvert Canadian, I saw
Duty
it on-
free.
duty free. I saw it on the shelf at an obscure store for $10.99, and I figured I'd never see it again. And as it turns out, I never did see it again. But I was at John and Neely's place, and we sampled the Lord Calvert American, and we liked it actually.
the Calvert Extra, yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh, Calvert Extra.
I can't say much. I haven't probably had Lord Calvert since 1995, 96.
Golly.
No.
Wow.
Maybe 85.
Ah,
It's been a while since Robert had it.
I'm thinking we bought a bottle. Me and the wife. My son was born in 92. We had a party about a year before he was born. We bought all kinds of whiskeys, a keg of beer. I mean, we threw one hell of a party. So it was probably around 91, 92, because I remember buying a half gallon of Lord Calvert, and I probably paid $6.99 for that half gallon back then. And at the end of the party, it was the only one still 3/4 full.
oh man, that's not a good sign.
I remember dumping it out.
This is from the Jim Beam days.
Such Blake is with you on the Cowboys tonight.
It's owned by Luxco today. Yeah, all right. Blah blah blah. America's team. You know.
You have to
All
wait.
right. Well,
Hey, have you guys ever had?
It'll play out.
Have you ever reviewed McMaster's yet? Good
No.
old Mac.
No, I never.
Really?
What is it?
It's been around forever.
I've never seen it.
McMaster's. It's really good with.
I've heard of it.
Canadian whiskey?
It's called. Yeah, McMaster's. It's good whiskey.
Never seen
It's just a 3-year-old Canadian whiskey. It's blended. It's good though.
I've never seen that.
For cheap. Yeah, for cheap stuff, it's good, man. I used to drink gallons of it.
Whoa.
Hey, John,
Good old Mac.
John Neely, thanks for inviting me to the hangout.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks everybody for joining.
yeah.
We'll go ahead and take this off air. Thanks to Robert the Whiskey Scout, Ron Ontario, Louisiana Beer Reviews. Sut, thanks for joining. Next time you'll have to grab you a stout and get on here for real and drink with us. Michael
Yeah.
Komaroff,
Always
thanks
fun.
as always. And Eric Fraunfelter, thank you for joining.
Oh shit.
Absolutely. We will we'll end it there. Everybody have a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy your football and your beer.
Hey, John, I'll stay on and give you my email.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So
I
we'll
just
catch y'all on the
got
next one.
my beer. There you go.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
All right.